Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Snowbird's airshow pause related to a close call during an airshow. Kaman announces first new K-MAX flight. Spirit pilots express regret for service disruptions. Hello, I'm Laura Hudson. It's May 24th and this is Airborne Unlimited. As previously reported, the Canadian Snowbirds Precision Demonstration Team decided to put its airshow season on hold and return to practice after an incident at an airshow in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, May 6. But now we know why. The team was reportedly performing a maneuver called the double take, in which 4 aircraft fly in formation with 2 inverted at about 300 feet above the ground. One of the aircraft encountered turbulence from the jet in front of it, causing control issues. The pilot of the aircraft managed to recover, but at a very low altitude, according to Team Commander Lt Colonel Brad Wintrup. Doing the right, if difficult thing, the team returned to Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan for additional training. The team's normal practice time was cut short this spring due to poor weather. Wintrup said that the team needs to fly at least once per day, 7 days a week during training periods to build confidence and muscle memory. Often the team flies as often as 2 or 3 times per day. The team normally begins training in October for the next year's season. This year, several incidents, including the one in Fort Lauderdale, led to the stand down and additional practice. A successful first flight of a new K-MAX helicopter from the reopened commercial production line took place on Friday, May 12, 2017. Delivery of the first 2 production aircraft to customer Lectern Aviation of China for a firefighting mission is scheduled to occur in the next few weeks. Thanks to the expertise and hard work of the men and women working on the aircraft, the first flight went extremely smooth, said Bill Hart, Kaman Chief Pilot. This new aircraft performed flawlessly, and I look forward to successfully completing our production flight test schedule over the coming weeks. K-MAX from the reopened production line have been ordered by customers from around the world. The aircraft is currently in use worldwide for firefighting, logging, and other missions requiring repetitive aerial lift capabilities. The U.S. Marine Corps maintains 2 unmanned K-MAX aircraft developed with Lockheed Martin. These aircraft successfully supported the U.S. Marine Corps in Afghanistan for 33 months from 2011 to 2014, carrying more than 4.5 million pounds of cargo. The single-engine, single-seat K-MAX is a rugged, low-maintenance aircraft that features a counter-rotating rotor system and is optimized for external load operations and designed specifically for vertical reference flight. The aircraft can lift up to 6,000 pounds. After the break, Spirit pilots express regret.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Based on the popular Sling 2 LSA, the Sling 4 was designed to be the most practical and desirable lightweight 4-place experimental aircraft on the market. Find out more about this 115 horsepower turbocharged airplane at airplanefactory.com.
Welcome back. ALPA has issued a statement expressing regret for the disruption of service experienced by passengers on Spirit Airlines prior to the issuance of a TRO last week. In the statement, ALPA said, "Each day, the professional pilots of Spirit Airlines provide safe and reliable transportation to tens of thousands of passengers. Over the past week, Spirit experienced an abnormal number of flight cancellations and delays, and we sincerely regret that our passengers were inconvenienced. Since then, Spirit pilots have stepped up and extended themselves to restore Spirit's flight operations. Many pilots flew extra flights to make sure our passengers could keep their travel plans, make those vacation memories, be reunited with their families, and attend weddings and funerals and celebrations. We have every reason to believe our efforts have helped stabilize the operations. Our union leadership reached out to every Spirit pilot and encouraged them to pick up extra flying to the extent allowed under federal flight and duty time regulations. Pilots were standing by ready to step in quickly should a flight need them, and the Airline Pilots Association International, which represents Spirit pilots, deployed volunteers to assist Spirit Airlines in assigning pilots to certain flights so your flights did not get canceled. With some 3,000 aero-tv programs webcast to cyberspace, sometimes it can be fun to look back and enjoy some of the places we've seen, the flyers we've met, and the planes we've flown. Here's a look at one of our favorite aero-tv classic episodes.
Well, I think, the big hot ticket item is just the actual implementation and making real the Part 107 rule and just everything that means.
In the midst of AUVSI's Exponential 2017, ANN had the chance to get some interview time live with FAA's Earl Lawrence. Search in depth at Exponential 2017, the FAA's Earl Lawrence on Aero-TV's news channel. After these messages, SpaceX to offer memorial launch services.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. Elysium Space is announcing that its Elysium Star 2 Memorial spacecraft will be on spaceflight's SSO, a dedicated rideshare mission aboard a SpaceX Falcon 9 to be launched from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. Last November, Elysium Space announced its partnership with Spaceflight, a leading provider of launch and mission management services, to offer annual memorial spaceflight services. Textron is displaying its new Cessna Citation Longitude for the first time at this week's 2017 European Business Aviation Convention and Exposition. The Longitude on display is the fourth aircraft to join the test program and is the first flying test aircraft with a fully fitted interior. The FAA has appointed ACSS, L3, and Thales Company as a holder of an organization designation authorization to issue STCs. The STC ODA enables ACSS to act on behalf of the FAA in managing certification projects and determining compliance in accordance with stringent FAA procedures, guidelines, and oversight. Honeywell has been selected by Embraer to upgrade its Lineage 1000E executive jets with the company's JetWave satellite communications hardware to provide global high-speed Wi-Fi via Inmarsat's Jet Connect service. Several agreements announced recently will further strengthen Boeing's partnership with Saudi Arabia and create or sustain thousands of jobs in both the United States and Saudi Arabia. President Trump and Secretary of State Rex Tillerson were joined by King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Nayef Al Saud, and Deputy Prince Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud at a signing ceremony that included Boeing products and services. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's return to the rest of the news. Kyle Franklin is the 2017 recipient of the Bill Barber Award for Showmanship. Kyle is a second-generation airshow pilot and a second-generation Bill Barber Award winner. His father, Jimmy Franklin, was a recipient of the 1989 Bill Barber Award and is one of the true legends of the airshow business. Kyle naturally grew up around airshows and began flying the family's Super Cub when he was only 8 years old. In 1997, he began his professional airshow career when he started wing walking on his dad's Waco mystery ship. Sadly, a July 2005 airshow accident claimed the life of his father. He continued the Super Cub comedy act and motorcycle to airplane transfer, and in 2008, he brought back the Franklin Waco mystery ship and a number of other creative acts. In 2013, Cal introduced Dracula, a custom-designed, custom-built, one-of-a-kind biplane powered by a 500-horsepower Pratt & Whitney R985 that evokes the lines and sound of a Waco while being smaller and more maneuverable. The Bill Barber Award for Showmanship began in 1986 and is awarded to airshow performers or teams that have demonstrated great skill and showmanship. The Bill Barber Award for Showmanship will be presented July 25th during EAA AirVenture. Well, that's our program for today. Remember that Airborne Unlimited is streamed daily Monday through Friday with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and do check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Get comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. See you tomorrow.